A bevy of new 3D printed blasters, Nerf leans in on its licensed properties, and major hobby projects come to a close.
I'm Grim.
I'm Vile Mods.
And I'm KT of Family Foam Sport. We are your hosts, all that and more in episode 34 of the Foam News Collective. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let's jump right into the news. General Strife found something interesting on Czech tech commerce website BSCom, a new version of the Minecraft Pillagers crossbow firing the new N1 darts out of what appears to be a 6-round rotating cylinder. This new blaster shares a lot of geometry with the previous 3-shot version, and they seem to have taken my advice and used some color to avoid the giant orange block look of the original. There's a few unusual things about this listing. It's notable to see a licensed blaster using Nerf's upcoming dart type, previously only seen with the N-series blasters, suggesting that they may be making a larger shift towards this new dart in their wider product line. The price of 1,049 Czech koruny translates to about $45 US, which sounds like quite a bit, but it could be off the actual price due to extra import costs, or with the license of the new darts, it could be accurate. Comparable blasters are often priced around $39.99.
We have a new wave of information for you on Nerf's anticipated N-series, an increasingly hot topic. Amidst the release of our previous episode and a flurry of speculation around from the hobby, Hasbro's marketing campaign for the N-series began with blueprint-style animations confirming some of the blasters like the Agility, Infinite, and Pinpoint. Soon after, actual images of the Infinite, Gear Up Pack, and the Pinpoint surfaced. The Infinite does appear to be a simple pump action with an unusual belt-fed cartridge or magazine system. Further posts by Hasbro have furthered claims of accuracy and speed with their new N1 darts and have provided a June release window. With Hasbro making social media responses to leaks, using this new dart in licensed products, and inviting hobby influencers to the headquarters under NDA, it seems like something big may be brewing with the N1 line. Be sure to check out our podcast to hear our speculation on what may be around the corner.
Color Clash rocket launchers that were shown off at Toy Fair EU are now showing up on Walmart's website in Canada. Reported on back in episode 20, the Atomic Launcher is one of 2 offerings from IMC Toys that fires rockets similar to Nerf Demolisher rockets, but with chalk-filled tips. This little HAMP blaster comes with only 1 rocket and 1 chalk tip for about 15 CAD, and refill packs can be purchased with 2 additional rockets and 4 chalk tips for 10 CAD. Item descriptions are claiming that these tips can be used up to 500 times before topping off the chalk, which seems quite impressive and could make tags super easy to see for multiple games. No confirmation whether these rockets will fit on any Demolisher offerings from Nerf at the time of this recording. Links to all items will of course be down in the description.
Nathan Nerfing found new images of the EU versions of the Nexus and Aeon Pro X. The box art features new Nitro Shot Plus branding, which advertises a new Nitro Shot dart that looks to be a new variation on the bamboo half dart. These EU versions of the blasters, including the purple variant of the Aeon Pro first seen at Toy Fair Nuremberg, have been confirmed by Blaster Time to have no performance variation from the United States versions, and are expected to be available by the end of June.
A few folks have found listings on Kmart's Australian website for new colorways of Dart Zone and Adventure Force blasters that are exclusive to that region, including a white Spectrum, V-Twin, and Scorpion, as well as a blue Villainator with unique sticker decorations where the Adventure Force branding used to be. All of these blasters, as well as the packs of Dart Zone's green Waffle Dart, have generic Kmart exclusive packaging. According to Derek at Dart Zone, all of the spring-powered blasters are functionally identical to their US versions, while the flywheelers have reduced power to accommodate Australian law. This was confirmed by BlaBla96 was taken on Reddit, who got performance between 60 and 70 feet per second from a white Spectrum, depending on the batteries used. While this isn't the first time Dart Zone products have been available in Australia, this is almost certainly their largest and widest distribution deal in the region yet. In a sea of 3D printed mag-fed primary class springers, Andy of MisguidedCreations aims to stand out with his A.L.L 160, a new design that uses an oval plunger tube to maximize plunger volume while keeping the blaster's body narrow. The A.L.L 160 also features roller bearings in both the priming slide and trigger, a buffer tube stock, quick swap barrel setup, and comes standard with Trick Shot Design's Acorn P-Car, with setups ranging from 140 to 200 FPS, and a glowing first review from Captain Xavier.
It's so crisp, snappy.
This definitely seems like a 3D printed, mag-fed primary class Springer worth your consideration. Fully built blasters are available from Misguided Creations Etsy with additional color options as well as files and hardware kits planned for later in the year. Find it down at the link in the description.
Radioactive's Designs has released the Radson XL, a trio of hammer-primed pistols based off Rubber Nutter's Samson XL. These mini beasts come in Mega XL, Triple Mega, or 6 half-dart inline clip variants, with a number of spring combinations to hit numbers from HVZ caps on up. In typical Radioactive fashion, a small collection of spring combinations and FPS numbers can be found on the item listing, although I'm sure a complete list can be offered on request. A number of color options will be offered as well, and those looking to order can DM in advance to figure out your own personal color configurations. Currently, complete blasters are the only buying option, with base prices starting at 110 USD up to 130 depending on ammo type and power options. Link to Radioactive's Design Etsy shop will be down in the description.
Bruce Leedle Lee is back at it again with a new design, this time another 6-shot revolver pistol called the Replicant. While it shares some design principles with his recent nail clipper revolver blaster, it builds on that design with a fixed rear load cylinder and a unique lockout mechanism that is designed for easier loading. The cylinder and indexing mechanism are held together with a 3D printed pin, which can be removed for maintenance. The design includes built-in iron sight and a bottom Picatinny rail and should be printable on a Prusa Mini. Only out for about a week, great builds are already popping up in the reviews. 3D files are available on Etsy for about $7, link in the description.
Dart Bros recently teased pics on their Think Big Do Small Facebook page of an all-metal version of the Orion Blaster's Lynx, the Guardian Lynx. While this version is manufactured out of house based on an unknown variant of the Lynx, Dart Bros and Blast Pro Shop has secured an exclusive license deal with Dan of Orion Blasters, making the Guardian Lynx purchase through their site the only officially licensed metal version of the Lynx currently available. The Guardian name was coined by That Old Nerf Guy and approved by Dan to represent a new approach to supporting the IP rights of hobby creators while benefiting from mass manufacturing techniques. Pre-orders are already open at blastproshop.com. The Guardian Lynx currently comes in Crimson, Amber, Jade, Azure, Orchid, Snow, or Chrome, and will set you back $400 United States dollars. The pre-order page includes a bevy of measurements and technical details. Links to the shop and Facebook post will of course be down in the description.
Sillybutts has released his long-awaited Silly Shell system, a new shell standard designed to offer compatibility and possibilities for a wide variety of firing mechanisms, including magazines. The shells already fire a wide variety of ammo types, including Mega, Rival, Mega XL, and Ultra. Full and half-length Elite-style darts can be fired through smooth or rifled barrels in quantities from 1x to 4x, or through either fully printed or aluminum insert long barrel sniper shells. While the idea is that Silly and other designers will build new designs based around this shell using the included breech files, a few blasters already exist, including Spire Makes' Yeet Hammer and a retooling of Jay's Booster, both of which fit the shells. Silly is also revealing his own first blaster offering for the shell family, the Wild Style Shell Pistol, a single-shot blaster that loads and ejects the shells. $26 hardware kits will be sold by both Out of Darts and Silver Fox Industries with a PDF assembly instruction document. As always, all of Silly's design files are available for free on his new printables. Link in description.
Belt blasters are back, baby! Not that they really went anywhere, but 2 new 3D printed belt-fed offerings have released on printables. Starting with BusyYoungExec and their first ever blaster design, the Bytech HBM-23. Hitting a rate of fire around 10 darts a second at almost 130 FPS and virtually unlimited ammo capacity is already great numbers for a new entry in the printing space. This will be a moderately difficult build since the files include a special PCB board for wiring, but if ordering a custom PCB isn't in your budget, BusyYoungExec does include a wiring diagram in the files to simply hardwire everything instead. Moving along, Mr. Heath Pants has released the MHP Arms LMG, very reminiscent to the real-world M249. MHP has offered a number of power options for Band Blaster and Daybreak flywheels, with potential plans of other Crush variants in the future. This is also quite a difficult build requiring loads of hardware and should be considered a beta since only 3 units have ever been made. If the build looks out of your skill set, Jade of Foamdemic has confirmed with us she's licensed for the design and is available for personal commissions. Links to both belt blasters will be down in the description.
12 kilogram springs, 6 kilogram springs, 8 kilogram springs. Have you ever been confused about what all that means? According to a recent blog post, online hobby retailer Out of Darts is ditching the commonly seen kilogram rating used to indicate spring strength in favor of spring gauge, along with their own spring force measurements and other metrics that should be more consistent and informative. In the post, Perry details how the kilogram has become non-standardized across various manufacturers to the point that it offers very little useful information to modders and hobbyists. In fact, Worker and XYL have already abandoned it. The post is a dense but very educational read, and one that will teach any modder a thing or two about springs that can immediately be applied. But in short, expect to see newer, clearer descriptions of hobby springs from all manufacturers across the Out of Darts website within the next month. According to Perry, Out of Darts intends to release any useful spring and performance data they gather into the hobby, hopefully offering some clarity to an area of our hobby that is often relegated to guesswork.
If you've been wanting a Texas Star target, but they always seemed a bit costly, then you're in luck. Over on Printables, Nathani has released a small stand for the Texas Star Nerf target originally created by Rem. Only needing a few pieces of hardware, this makes a very simple mobile, yet effective, kinetic target that you can set up on a desk or any flat surface. Links to both files will of course be down in the description. Merge Masters 2024 has finally come to a close. With 38 participants and 285 unique votes, the results are in and the winners have been announced via Mr. Nathan's YouTube livestream. The competition was divided into 3 categories based on the number of blasters used for each build. In the Fuser category, for 3 blasters or less, Detainer by Cat's Blaster Mods took 3rd place, followed closely by Primate's Titanius in 2nd place. But by a huge margin, Naptown Nerf and his Kenner Crossbow integration, Shadow of the Moon, took a resounding 1st place. The Chimera category of 4 or 5 blasters was a tight race with Paradox by Gale Wolf X in 3rd, followed by Casual Jerry's 2nd place, Minos the Judge, and Mystic One's Medusa taking a close 1st. Finally, in the Gestalt category of 6 or more blasters, Grim Reaper 2458 and their build Not Ready to Die grabbed a solid 3rd place. Buzzkill by Gingersnap Arms locked down 2nd place, and 360 Eyes Atom 2 took home a solid 1st. Huge congratulations to this year's winners. This was a fantastic resurgence of an old competition, bringing out a lot of contestants, really flexing their integration skills and showing their work to the masses. Unlike older events, this was the first that had a very nice prize pool sponsored by Iron Gopher, Flywheel the World, as well as Rainbow Mods and Props, who all donated custom tools, swag packs, store vouchers, and even flywheeler parts. With such a great turnout, Mr. Nathan is excited to see what Merge Masters 2025 will bring to the table.
Due to changes in Etsy's fee structure and other concerns, Captain Slug has closed his Etsy shop and moved to an independent web store. According to Domochevsky, Etsy takes roughly 13% of revenue when your store is under a certain size threshold, which Slug seems to be. Etsy is also well known for taking an additional share of revenue if the purchase traffic comes from Etsy's own off-site advertising. Slug's departure from the e-commerce site is part of a larger trend, with AK Blaster Mod recently shuttering their Etsy shop due to rule changes regarding firearm replicas. When Etsy launched in 2005, it exclusively allowed handmade or vintage items and craft supplies, but in 2013 opened up its marketplace to mass-produced products.
Adding to the popular Harrier platform, Worker is now releasing clear versions of the blaster. Made out of clear polycarbonate, and with options for red and silver metal parts, the Clear Harrier looks to be a great addition to the lineup. General Strife found another listing for the Halftone Hero. The website's listing has a video with the blaster being used, confirming it to be Hammer Prime. For those of you with a Nightingale, Containment Crew has released a B-Car. The Nightingale B-Car comes with 3 different degrees of rotations, with 3 variations for contact diameter for you to really dial in the accuracy of your blaster. Jolt King 627 has released STL files for the spring rest for the Recon, Raider, and Alpha Trooper. If you're converting one of these classic reverse plunger blasters to direct plunger, these spring rests should help immensely. Out of Darts has added Kiriaka's threaded barrels for the Seagull, Harrier, and Unicorn to their product lineup. These barrels are available in raw aluminum or orange anodized finishes. Out of Darts is also carrying a variety of upgrades for the Harrier and Seagull made by 3D designer Red Cowl. Products include 3D printed rails for the Harrier and Seagull, featuring a split so you can swap their springs quicker, and a bearing assisted prime block using POM bearings to make the prime smoother. Continuing with new products, Out of Darts has released an adapter for the Dart's own Solo Pro, granting it compatibility with many of their little rocket barrels. Keep an eye on their website for a full compatibility chart. Sillybutts has designed a faux optic for all of your Picatinny equipped blasters. Files will be available on their printables, with prints eventually being sold by Pink Dragon Tuning on Etsy. This episode I have my crosshairs sighted on Jacoprod's Nerf RC boat. This 1/100th scale missile cruiser isn't just for display, it also has been modified to fire Nerf darts. With a capacity of 4, this boat can fire them in either a 4-shot shotgun blast or 2 at a time. This thing is all kinds of neat. And all I need to know is just one thing. Would you run this in a war?
Yeah, sure, whatever boats your float.
For this episode, my community crosshairs are trained on Nerf War, Aim to Surprise, the newest video by AnBlast, a newer YouTube creator, specializing in gameplay video with a high production value. AnBlast is doing a great job of presenting exciting and entertaining edits of footage and definitely deserves more subscribers, more likes, and more views, so go check out his work.
My community crosshairs this episode are on Popatachi's Buckle for the Chest Rig video, simply for his rig testing bit. In this hobby, it's all about having fun, and if you're looking for a good laugh, I highly suggest checking this video out, because it's clear he had a great time making it. Turtle mode activated!
And that's it for the news. As always, a huge thank you to all of our contributors, Ko-Fi subscribers, Discord moderators, and Discord boosters. Be sure to check out this week's podcast, where we'll be chatting with Foam Mando, sharing our opinions on the news and answering questions from our Ko-Fi supporters. We have a merch page if you'd like to sport some FNC gear or consider signing up for the Ko-Fi to get perks like asking our podcast guests questions. Do all the YouTube things, like the video, sub to the channel. Be sure to let us know how we're doing down in the comments, and we'll see you in the next episode.
I highly suggest chesting this video out. Wow.
And a retooling of Jay's booster that both fit the shell. That's not how words work.
Jolt Sing. Oh yeah, that's right. Jolt King 627 is launching their new channel, Jolt Sing 627, where for the next 627 days they'll be uploading karaoke covers of their favorite Rush songs. Go check it out.
And that's it for the news. As always, news. Bruce Leedle.
By the way, guys, did you know that I do merge masters? I was a merge master.
Non-standardized against various manufacturers. Against various manufacturers.
2 new 3D printed belt options. Ooh, God. Yeah, I'm all over the place already.
I have the perfect prop. I have one silly shell, but I don't know where it went. Well, sorry, silly. Thanks for the one shell. I don't know where it went.
Which looks to be a new...
I think that's everything.